You mentioned Ronnie Jackson and Brett Kavanaugh as reasons that you're coming to Montana to campaign against Jon Tester. Is this race personal for you?
It's very personal because they were treated so unfairly. Ronnie Jackson is an admiral and he's a doctor. He's been a doctor for years at the White House, one of the highest thought of and regarded men in anywhere. Just a fantastic man. He was the doctor for President Obama, President Bush, and myself. And what Jon Tester put him through is disgraceful. Tried to ruin his reputation. In a way, did ruin his reputation. And it turned out to be false. And it was a horrible thing that happened. And then on top of that, he voted against Justice Kavanaugh, now Justice Kavanaugh. And as you know, a woman just came out and said that it was a fake story. She made it up. It was a lie, and they're waiting for other things to happen. And what they put him through was horrible. Justice Kavanaugh, horrible. So yeah, it becomes personal when they do that to Admiral Jackson, who's, again, his son just graduated at one of the top spots in Annapolis. He just graduated last year. One of the finest families, incredible family, wife, everybody. And for them to say the kind of things they said about him for political reasons, and then it was all false. But by then the damage was done to a family. That's why I'm here. And that was all done by Jon Tester. It was horrible.
And another person you're campaigning for, Greg Gianforte. Last time when you were in Montana and Missoula, you made some lighthearted, joking comments about Congressman Gianforte's assault of a reporter. Are those comments you still stand behind? Is it okay to use violence against the media?
Well, I have to do this. Look, I have to tell you something. Greg is one of the most respected men. In a short period of time, he's become one of the most, and I mean one of the most respected people in Congress. Everybody listens to him. His ideas are fantastic. And his whole thought process, he's just a fantastic person. So we're really honored to have Greg. And I hear he's doing very well, and I hope he does very well. But he loves the people of Montana.
And there is a huge problem in Montana right now with violence against Native American and Indigenous women. They're disappearing from our reservations and our towns. And they're
Is
facing...
this at a faster rate? Is this now at a faster rate?
Yes, compared to other women in America, they face significantly higher rates of domestic abuse, sexual assault, and they're disappearing without a trace. Could there be something done at a federal or even a presidential level to bring awareness to this issue and combat some of this violence?
Well, the answer is yes, and I'll talk to Matt, and I'll speak to Greg, and I will do something about that. I have been hearing about it. I think it's terrible. This is, again, maybe human trafficking, which is worldwide because of the internet. It's at the highest level it's ever been. You know, who would think this? You would think it's 500 years ago we're talking about. Human trafficking is terrible. Now, that could be the case in this situation, but I have been hearing about it, and I've been actually hearing about it from Greg, who was saying that it's terrible what's going on. We will look at it from a federal level. Absolutely. It's horrible.
All right, and turning to a little bit to agriculture, which is one of our top economies in Montana. Farmers are feeling frustrated because they're not able to sell their crops and the products they produce because of increasing tariffs from the Chinese market. Is there a point when you would roll back some tariffs to give our farmers relief?
Well, we want to open the China markets, and what we're doing, as you know, we just made a great deal with Canada, where that whole market is opening up, which is great for your farmers. And we just also made a deal with Mexico, also made a deal with South Korea. And we're in the midst of a real battle with China, who has really taken advantage of the country for a long time. And we're going to win that, and we're going to open up China to our farmers. And they will go through, this is a little bit of a short term. Don't forget, when I said Canada, they all said, you'll never be able to do what we did. And we did it. And it's very successful, and everybody's happy with it. Your farmers are very happy with it. But we are going to be opening up China. And in order to get them there, I have to do tariffs. And the tariffs have really been great because they want to talk. They want to talk. We want to open up China to your farmers, which will make it better than it's ever been. You know, farmers have been going down economically over a 15-year period, long before I got here. We're going to have it go the other way.
Next question. And also talking about farmers, again, real quickly, in migrant labor in our Montana's agriculture economy, could there not be a place to bring migrants coming here to places like Montana with underemployment, where we need more people in our agriculture sector?
We're going to allow people into the country legally, and that means that includes people that help the farmers. And that's part of what we're doing. openly allow it, because we need workers. I mean, we're at 3.7% unemployment, which is the lowest in 50 years, which is great. But we need workers for the farmers and others. And we are going to allow large numbers of people, but they're going to come in legally. That way we have safety also.
Any final message you want to send to the people of Montana?
No, I just would like to have you go out and vote for Matt Rosendale and for Greg, who are two terrific people, and they represent you well in D.C. And Matt's going to be a great senator, and Greg has already proven himself. He's been a great congressman, and we just had a terrific group of people out there. I really enjoyed it. I love the state. Very special. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Great job.